welcome, as requested, a Tuesday evening live stream. So we're trying this new thing where every other Tuesday I'll be doing a recorded tutorial, and the Tuesday that's following we'll do a live stream continuing with the same topic of the tutorial. So last week we did dark skin tones. So today we'll be continuing working on that page where I will reveal all of my secrets in case you didn't actually see that tutorial yet. Perhaps you're new to my channel. Or if you did see the recorded tutorial, perhaps you have questions. And this is the perfect opportunity to ask me these questions live, because I can do very personal, very specific demos in real time, and we can break down all these little techniques. Speaking of skin tones, you're looking a little green over there on your side of the screen.
I'm not feeling well. I was playing with the white balance right before the show, and I turned orange. So I had to decide if it was better to be orange or green.
He went for green.
You look so much better on your camera than I do on mine.
Would you like to share my camera? You can share my camera. Oh, that's right. See, his skin is actually...
Wow, that's great. The drawing is actually like the real distance between us.
Yeah.
Well, okay, mine's a little bit long, but that's pretty good. That's kind of neat.
Oh, look, now my hand is green. Skin tones. But that's a very interesting reminder that we do share these images, these photos, and these videos through the filters of our cameras and through the filters of the screens that you guys are watching this on. So the colors that we use in the drawing, they get distorted on so many levels, which is why I always emphasize that you shouldn't sweat the particular pencil. If I'm telling you that I'm using the color tulip, the way that you see it on your screen, depending on how I'm recording it, depending what device you're watching it on, that tulip may come across as a totally different shade of purple for you. So it is a lot more important to establish your light and your shadow. If you have your light and shadow balanced, and if you have a nice high contrast, then that's a much more powerful effect than getting the perfect colors matched. And certain colors work better together. So obviously if you're in the purple spectrum side of the spectrum, then you can work with the deeper purples and the middle purples and the lilacs.
Purple.
Deep purple.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I tend to announce colors that way. Like, we're working with the middle brown, we're working with the deep red, we're working with the light beige, because then you can look at your collection of tools, of pencils, of different brands, and pick the ones that look right to you in real time, in real light, in reality, instead of trying to match something that's on camera. And I think a big part of color alongs, why people get so frustrated, is that they use the same exact colors as are announced during the color along, and it doesn't come out the same way. That's the most common comment that I get in the group, is I followed all of your instructions and it looks a little bit different. Well, first of all, that's wonderful. It should look different because it's yours. Every single creation will look completely different, and it's going to be specific to you, your style, your pencils, and also your vision. But second, you may not be achieving the same effect that you want because of that distortion. It could be as simple as camera distortion. So do consider that. Perhaps it's better to concentrate on light and shadow. And today is a perfect opportunity to do so. Oh, you look better.
Yeah, I don't look as good as you. But I'm not green anymore.
You're not green anymore.
Hooray for white balance cards.
You are more, let's see.
I'm a little orange.
You are leather colored.
Leather.
Yeah, look, this is exactly the color of tech support's face right now. Leather. Leatherface.
Leatherface. I don't know what happened to it.
Well, just throw it on the ground.
It's important. I wear it on my face.
If you're new to this channel, I'm Lisa Mitrokin, and this goofball over here is Tech Support, my lovely assistant.
Lovely. You should see me in a wig.
He breaks things so that he can fix them.
Lori says your scarf is gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. It do be pretty. All right, so if you guys saw the tutorial, I had to go back and watch it myself so that I can remember which colors I used. Because for this one, it's actually important for me to stick to my own palette. If you saw the tutorial, you remember that I said that usually I wouldn't trail off half a character this way. I would do an entire layer of my first color, then an entire layer of my second color, covering the whole surface area that is skin. However, I wanted to divide it into two parts, the head and the neck, and the shoulder and the back, so that we can do them on 2 different days. So I trailed it off, and now I have to match my colors. This is one of those instances where matching your colors is very important because I am working on the same exact page. So the order in which I used my pen, oh, he has some weird injury. He's like mutating and turning into a
I did nothing today that I know.
fly.
I went grocery shopping.
Maybe a spider.
I went grocery shopping. No, I have not used the teleportation time fly machine since that.
Oh, that was such a great movie, The Fly. It was
I did
terrifying.
something to my collarbone, and I don't know what.
We lifted some heavy grocery bags today. I think that's what it was.
You saying I'm old? I think she just said I'm old.
That's right. He lifted a bag of apples.
It's one of those things where like it didn't hurt at the time, but now I'm like, why does it hurt to lift my arm? Why is my collarbone swollen? Collarbones aren't supposed to swell. Anyway, I'll stop talking. It's your show.
Well, please. Yes, welcome to the tech support show. For my first color, I am using a color called Purple Haze from the Black Widow family. And we're actually going to color the entire skin area with this purple haze, which is really freaky. Again, if you saw the original video, it's kind of jarring to see, first of all, to see me not start with white charcoal, and second, to see me start a skin tone with this really unnatural and kind of flat and cartoony color. But bear with me, it is an investment, and it's very important for our purpose. This purple is an undertone. And again, in the original video, I show a lot of samples of portrait photography, a lot of it pictures that you guys sent in as requests for what you would like to see in skin tone coloring. And what I saw in all those photos is this beautiful lilac undertone to the really dark skin. And the way that we establish it is we actually start with it, and then it will shine through just barely in the end when we add our really dark tones. And we'll do these pearls today as well. So who's with us? Let's say hello to people. Oh, first we have...
Shoot, we missed our chance. Sorry, everyone.
Well, first we have a new moderator with us. We should announce that. Did you make her a moderator?
Is she? No.
No.
She doesn't have the little wrench. I thought you made her a moderator on...
No, I didn't. I only made her an admin on Discord.
Dude, this is so awesome. This is the first opportunity I've had to fail in this stream. It's good. I didn't think I was going to have a chance. I thought everything was going to go perfectly, but no.
Okay, make her a moderator, and then we'll announce it. So. No. We have a new moderator whose name will appear in blue with a little tool next to it. It's a little tool next to it. And she is Isolina.
Yay.
Isolina is a devoted colorist, very talented colorist, a feather wolf, and now a moderator in this live stream. So if you have any questions, Isolina is more than capable to answer them or to pass them on to tech support, who will ask me.
I'll just make stuff up.
There's that too. Okay, now
I'm like Calvin's dad.
Okay, now you can tell me who's here, and we can say hello.
No, I'm making somebody a moderator.
Oh, I thought you already did that.
No, it's like...
Oh, is it like an
buried,
involved thing?
Yeah, it's buried 85 menus deep in like the weirdest
85?
place. Anybody who has a YouTube channel knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, community moderator setting is it in customized channel? Is it? I'll be with you in a moment. Community. Yeah. Maybe.
Anybody?
No.
No.
Fail. Community is apparently where I can post something publicly on YouTube as you.
No, don't do it.
Doesn't help me at all. Maybe it's under settings. Nope. Oh, I can access more in Account settings or advanced settings?
Advanced.
I don't know. Nope, it's not there either.
Oh.
Manage what you share on YouTube. Let's see. How about over here?
I'm sorry, I sent you on a really terrible task.
Add or remove. Nope. That's managers.
Huh.
Add or manage your channels.
Don't you just like wave a magic wand over their name and then you're a moderator? Nope.
Nope. Channel status and features. Add or remove managers. Okay. The best way to find where on YouTube to set something is to go to Google and search for it. YouTube add channel moderator. This is the exciting. I'm sure that somebody in the chat has responded on exactly how to do it. Probably.
Right.
How do you add a moderator?
Probably one of
it's
the
a
moderators.
YouTube video on how to add a moderator.
No, we can't watch a YouTube video.
Oh, we're not going to watch a movie.
No.
Channel owners and managers of the brand account. YouTube channel. Comment moderators.
Okay. In the meantime, since
The title for tonight's stream is Watch Tech Support Figure Out How to Do Stuff
How
on
to add
YouTube.
moderators is not a very exciting topic. So eventually a moderator will appear. In the meantime, we'll talk about this purple, which I am applying in...
Oh, really? You can do it from the comments? Lies.
Adding purple?
Lies.
So a lot of you, the other thing...
Oh, look at that. You can totally do it from the comments. That's great.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Would you like to teach shading techniques?
Oh yeah, you want me to?
Yes.
I can get a magic marker, and
You have a box of crayons somewhere as well.
crayons.
Crayons.
See.
They actually say tech support crayons.
Yay! The little tool
did you
shows
do it?
up. I did it.
Okay. Tech support did it. Yay. Okay, so now we officially have a new moderator.
Okay.
With us.
Yes.
Okay.
Iselina.
Welcome to the family.
Iselina has magic tool powers.
That's right. She has all sorts of magical powers now. So
She says, "Yay! I have a wrench."
use it wisely.
That's right. Go fix the sink.
The virtual YouTube thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Now
okay,
we can talk
okay.
about who's here.
Who's here?
Who's here?
Is Riggs here?
Riggs.
Riggs is a dog.
Madam Lori would like to know, so instead of white, you use the purple tone.
Yes, not instead. No, that would be an incorrect way of saying it. I am starting with purple instead of white, but for a totally different purpose. So usually when I start with white, it's an excellent question. It's exactly the kind of stuff that I would like to deal with in this lesson. When I start with white, I start with white to establish the light source. Generally, there are exceptions, of course, but especially when you see me working with high contrast stuff and with very strong directional lighting, I will use white to establish my very first light reflections onto the skin. Or sometimes I start with white so that my colors that I layer over the white are more pure. In this case, I'm not replacing white with purple, I'm just skipping the white step altogether. And the reason that I'm skipping the white step is because the person that requested this topic back in the day specifically asked for me to stay away from very strong and dramatic lighting and to focus on diffuse lighting. So because we're working with something that's in a diffused lighting setting, like on an overcast day, or in a room that's very smoothly lit. Like here we have this frosted glass window or a stained glass window. So it's not a very strong directional light. It's just kind of a soft light that's filling up the entire space. So we don't have these strong directional light areas on the skin. So instead we're focusing only on the skin color. And I'm using purple only for this exact skin tone. I mean, obviously there are millions and billions and trillions of skin tones. Every single person on the planet has their own individual, unique skin tone. So we can generalize them and like what?
Some of us have two. As you can see, my earlier skin tone was green. Now my skin tone is orange.
Oh, you look a lot healthier now. I like it. Yeah, it's not orange at all. Oh, it's not leather anymore though. It is now
Burnt ochre.
foxy brown.
Foxy.
Foxy brown. Yeah. So in this case, this lilac, this purple, is a very unique strategy. You probably have not seen this technique before in other coloring tutorials, and it's very specific to this character, to her skin tone. And the reason we're starting with purple is to give it that beautiful undertone, because the darkness of the skin, it's not just in the brown tones and in the really dark, deep black shadows, but it's in that lilac glow that the skin picks up.
Riggs has joined us.
Hello, Riggs.
Galahad was here, but Riggs was not.
Galahad was here.
But
Aww.
now...
Does Galahad also enjoy the show?
I don't know, but Galahad was here.
Oh, we started talking about Riggs and we completely forgot about who else is here. We're so bad at this.
Riggs and Galahad are here. Maureen is here.
Hello.
Colorea Rea is here.
Oh, hello.
Rochelle.
Hello, hello.
Isolina, the moderator.
The moderator, that's
She's
right.
here.
Isolina, the moderator, that's her
Isolina,
name
the
now.
moderator. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna totally start. I'm like, got my foot hooked on a cable. I'm gonna tear my desk apart. Ah!
It's a freak tech supporting accident.
May is here.
Hello.
Emma.
Hello.
Did I already say Madame Laurie?
You did not, but she asked the question, so I assume
Then she
she's
left.
here.
No,
Oh.
No, she's back.
Did she leave?
No, she didn't.
Did she not like my answer?
I'm making stuff up. Madame Laurie is here.
Taking advantage of your ways.
Cassandra.
Hello, everyone.
Cats Play Art. Rain Chains for Less.
Welcome, people. Welcome.
Nightbot.
Nightbot. Hello.
Also a moderator. Kelly.
Hi, hi, hi.
Emily.
So nice to see all of you guys. Thank you for coming.
Emily says that last night her white balance was off as well, so I'm not alone.
Oh.
It's like a white balance plague.
Yes. It's very difficult. It's difficult to match with two cameras.
Oh, Galahad's a cat.
Galahad's a cat, correct.
Okay.
So is
Two different cameras.
Lancelot
That's
and Arthur.
That's a Sony. This is a Panasonic.
Yes, two totally different cameras. So they behave differently. And getting the same white balance on the two of them is tricky. So how many people here tonight have actually seen this tutorial? Let us know in the chat. And how many have not? If you have not seen it, also let us know in the chat.
I can make a poll.
Really? Can you?
Well,
Oh, that would be fun.
yeah, Emma's watched it. The thing about the poll is it's going to post a link in the chat and people will click the link and then they'll leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we won't do that.
But they could leave and they could like vote and then they could come back.
Okay.
Kelly has seen it.
We won't do it.
Rochelle has not seen it. Rochelle, you have homework.
Yes, that's right. After this stream, you should definitely
Cats
watch.
Play Art has not seen it. Dun, dun, dun.
This is the part of the stream where people get in trouble for not doing their homework.
That's right.
So like I said in the beginning of the show, certainly if you have not seen the stream, the tutorial, you're not going to be lost because I will talk you through every single step and explain it. But I do highly, highly encourage you that after the stream is over, that you go and watch it. The tutorial link is in the video description, of course, or you can just go to my main channel page and it's one of the last videos that I have posted. So you can't miss it. It has this picture on the cover. It's only 10 minutes long, but it's packed with information. So you can slow it down, you can speed it up, you can pause on different parts of it. I actually list every single color that I use as I'm using it. And it's full of lots of other cool things in theory. So definitely do check it out because you'll also see the reference photography that I used and other cool things. And perhaps it will make even more sense after this stream.
We have Jennifer and Joanne here as well.
Oh, welcome.
I didn't see their names go by earlier. Chica.
Hello.
So it seems about 50-50 between people who've seen it and people who have not.
Okay, so that should be interesting.
Evelyn says that it's not her fault.
Oh. Okay.
It's Riggs' fault.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Blame it on the dog.
Evelyn was painting and, well, you know that's why dogs are there.
That's true. That is why dogs are there.
Says she was painting and dealing with power outages and it's Riggs' fault.
Oh, power outages. We get those too.
What's the name of the purple?
The name of this purple is Purple Haze from the Black Widow set. Wow. from the Cobra Black Widow set. And I'm applying it very smoothly, not particularly lightly. I'm making a very generous layer, quite highly saturated. I'm not applying any pressure at all. You can see that I'm going over the same areas over and over again, and I'm balancing it to make sure that it's not patchy. But I'm also not working in tiny circles from left to right or in tiny strokes from left to right, just coloring it as if it was a flat surface, because it's not. This is somebody's shoulder and back. So even though this first layer is quite flat, I am still adding a little bit more pigment to the areas where I will be building up my shadows. And you can spend as much time on this step as you need. If it takes 20 minutes, that's fine. If it takes 3 hours, that's fine too. Don't rush it. You want a nice smooth layer of color that's not scratchy, that's not patchy. If you prefer to use a different brand of pencil or even a different medium, I mean, if you're working with acrylic paint, for instance, you can still apply the same technique with the same layers. There would be some differences in the technique, of course, but do consider the actual order of the colors that I'm applying here. Okay, and for my next color, I'm switching to my first brown. It will be a middle brown. In this case, it's a color called Negra. In the Black Widow set, this is a skin tone set from the dark skin tones. The other one that would work well here would be Tarantula or Cinnamon. Cinnamon would also work really well. If you're working with Black Widows, if you're working with Prismacolors, there's a whole range of these middle browns that are like a chocolate brown. And of course, there are other brands that they're not just Prismacolors and Black Widows. You know, people work with all sorts of pencils, and you can achieve the same effect with any brand. So after your purple or lilac, start adding a nice middle chocolate brown. And with this first layer of brown, we will actually be establishing the shape of our character and adding shadows and starting to make the character look a little bit three-dimensional. And I'm going around my pearls because we will be coloring the pearls later. You're smiling. What's up?
I am smiling. That is correct.
What's happening in the chat? What are you smiling at? Something's happening.
There was a discussion about... So Isolina's mom said that I wasn't looking at your coloring and that instead I was looking at something else. And she said, oh yeah, he's being techie. And I said, yes, I have all of this control surface stuff to manage, and that while you get to color, I get to work.
Yes, that is true.
And then Evelyn said, well, you get to teach, I get to be the class clown.
Oh!
To which I said, Mrs. Marcellus would be proud.
Mrs. Marcellus, yeah. Right, it has to be an evil villain that would be proud, right? That was the rule. Mrs. Marcellus would be proud.
Mrs. Marcellus would be proud.
It'd be funny if Mrs. Marcellus watches the show.
I hope she does.
That would be so cool.
I mean, I imagine as a teacher, you want to have an impact on your kids. And Lisa and I were talking the other day that out of all of my teachers, like, she's the one who comes up the most often, and she doesn't come up negatively entirely. Oh my gosh, I'm like hooked on that cable again. That's danger. Like, there's a lot of good that came out of her as well.
Yeah, like what?
Well,
Name one thing. Other than her being a comic relief character on our show.
that's good too.
I suppose the journal that you guys had together was really cool.
Yeah.
What?
Rain Chain said that she sent you a question on your Patreon page, and she wants me to read it to you, but I can't access your Patreon page because you log into it with Facebook.
Yes, I saw the question. I didn't have a chance to answer it yet because I saw it on my phone while we were out hunting groceries today. And I tend not to answer questions on my phone because it's very difficult for me to type on the little screen. I like typing on my computer. I believe, and please confirm if it is correct, I believe that the question was, do I use black and gray charcoal the same way as I use white charcoal to establish my original light and shadow sometimes? So I will wait for that to be confirmed. If it's not, if I twisted the question, please correct me. But that is.
Who was Marcellus? Who was Marcellus in Pulp Fiction? Was that Ving Rhames' character?
Marcellus Wallace. It was. It was.
Was it the big black dude?
It was a big black dude. Yeah.
Ving Rhames' character.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, he'd be proud too. Isolina wants to know if we're going to watch Space Force on Netflix.
Oh, I hope so. It looks amazing.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah.
But we don't have Netflix. But that won't stop us.
Because we're the real Space Force.
That's right.
We'll have it magically streamed to our Space Force station.
That's right, out in space.
And actually, right now, a lot of the decisions that I make in coloring and drawing and art in general are decisions that I make on the spot to adjust to whatever is happening. So right now I see that because I'm coloring very loosely and I'm not, I don't have my face very close to the page, so I'm not paying that much attention to tiny detail. I have quite a bit of distance between me and my page. And I'm also distracted talking about Space Force and whatnot, and I'm having fun. I see that I am making little pencil strokes over the pearls that are unwanted little artifacts. So to prevent more of that from happening, I'm going to switch to my white charcoal, and I'm going to color in all of these pearls in white charcoal so that they're a little bit more protected. And the white is already established, so I'm not messing them up. Because if I add the colors over my white charcoal, I can still remove them. However, if I add colors to the blank page and then I try to add white charcoal, it's not going to work. So I will protect these pearls by establishing the white right now and then coloring around them. Did we get a confirmation on whether or not I read that question in the core correctly?
There was a yes followed by multiple exclamation points.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So again, the question was, do I ever use black and gray charcoal to establish light and shadow the same way that I use white charcoal? And the answer is yes, I do. Exactly the same way I will use a lighter charcoal first, like a middle tone gray or a very hard charcoal, which comes out as a lighter black. And I will use the same method with a Q-tip to smear it to establish my middle shadow. And I especially do this if I'm working on white paper. You know, where I don't have that middle tone that's already established by the paper color. So I would use a gray charcoal or a very soft black charcoal, and I would smooth it out either with my finger or a Q-tip. And then I would add the darker ones to the dark shadows, and then white to where the light is hitting the subject. And then I will either continue in charcoal or I will continue in colored pencils. But yes, it's a most excellent technique, and it's fast. It's super fast. Actually, let me see what I have here to show you guys. Please entertain them with hand puppets while I look for something to show them as an example in this folder.
Baby shark, do.
Oh my God, baby shark.
Do, baby shark, do, junior shark, junior
Success.
Shark, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
This is a sample that I made for you guys for the Christmas show. And this is done entirely in charcoal. So I made this as an example to show you where light and shadow goes. And I used charcoal with a Q-tip to very quickly establish the shadows and very quickly establish the light. And then in the live stream, we did a coloring where I just added a whole bunch of color with colored pencil on top of something like this. So that's an excellent example. And this is so fast. This took me maybe 5 minutes. Like with pencils, it would be a lot slower. It would take up to an hour with pencils, but this was like lightning fast, and you already have light and shadow established. So it's a great idea to do something like this as a study. Like if you have the means to print 2 versions of something, print 2 versions and play with just light and shadow like this on your sketch. And then for the real deal, use this as a reference to actually apply your colors. It's an excellent strategy, and I use it quite often.
Did you do a drawing for Evelyn?
Did I do a drawing for Evelyn? Yes, I did.
Do you have it here?
I never printed it. No, I have it on my computer.
She wants you to show it.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I may go and print it later in the show so that I can show it. But you will have to entertain them with Baby Shark again.
I can do that.
Yeah. Or you can color in these pearls. Would you like to?
No. I keep trying to tear apart this.
What's going on down there?
There's this cable that's like way too long and it keeps getting tangled in my feet.
Wait, don't pull on anything. It may be attached to something important.
Yeah,
like
well, it is.
The internet.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. Where does that cable go to?
No, that's not what you want to hear tech support say.
Oh, that goes to that stupid microphone.
What if the stupid microphone that we're using?
No, the one that we're not using. That's why it's stupid.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
The one that doesn't sound very good. We're using the microphones that sound good.
Okay.
Why does my collarbone hurt?
Yes, I did a drawing for Evelyn. That is her commission drawing for being my Dragon Fox tier member on Patreon. As a Dragon Fox, you get to choose to either be a character yourself in an upcoming coloring book or an upcoming set. So you can actually become a character, or you can choose for your pet or your spirit animal to be a character. So Evelyn and I spoke about the different things that interest her and the animals that speak to her, and of course that's cats. So we came up with this character page of a Persian cat kind of loving up on a gargoyle statue of a panther. So there are a lot of things to play with in that page, and we'll be doing a private lesson on Sunday with Evelyn where I will show her my technique for making these gargoyles that look like they have moss on them, like really old stone that's all mossy. And of course the cat fur on that Persian cat. And it was such a fun page to draw. I realized that I never drew a Persian cat before. It was my very first. They're fun creatures. Of course, I did a lot of research on them before I drew one, but they're very interesting. And especially because they're so fluffy, like you still have to capture their shape, not just a ball of fur. But they also have very expressive faces. So that was a fun one. Now I imagine it to be gray, a gray Persian. But we'll see how it goes.
Lori would like to know, what was the brown?
This brown that I'm using right now is Negra. In the Black Widow skin tone set, the dark skin tone set. The other color that will work here will be cinnamon or tarantula, if you're working with Black Widows. Baby Shark.
I'm trying to calculate how much better our low latency.
Oh yeah, how is that going? Tell me about this latency thing.
So far, it seems like everybody says the stream is actually fine.
Oh really?
But I don't really have the ability to calculate. We're gonna have to do a test.
Ooh, what kind of a test?
Okay. Here is the test. Oh, Adrian just showed up.
Oh.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello. Adrian the girl.
Adrian the girl.
Adrian the girl. Welcome.
Let's see, I have to nominate somebody for the test. I will nominate Isolina, since she is a moderator, because I figured out how to click the button and make her a moderator. Isolina, I will tell you. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is I will say the word. What word should I say? Space Force.
Space Force.
I will say the word Space Force, and I will look at my watch to determine what time I said the word. And then when you hear the word Space Force, I need you to just type OK or something in the chat so that I know, because the chat will get back to me faster.
Type Space Force exclamation point.
No, that takes too many characters. Hi, Mona. Okay, Isolina. Are you ready? I'm assuming you are. Let's probably check.
Selena's like down the street getting a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey, the brown and purple are starting to look nice against the pearls. The other thing that I like to do in colorings like this is to make sure that I have this high contrast by choosing my complementary colors as something on the extreme end. So we're dealing with very dark black skin. So to contrast it, I'm going with white and golden tones.
I have to open up a stopwatch.
Okay.
I want this to be timed. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Space Force. Now I'm waiting.
Sounded like a launch.
I am waiting. Well, of course, it's Space Force.
Space Force.
You only have to say that you heard it once. You don't have to say it every single time. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting.
Do you actually have a stopwatch?
I have a stopwatch going. I have an Apple Watch. Of course I have a stopwatch. I can control entire countries with this thing.
I also...
Ha!
You scared me.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
How do we do?
Okay, so previously on Battlestar Galactica, we've been running the stream at normal latency, and that's why those of you who were in the Black Widow stream the other night saw that the bot would tell you in the chat who had won the giveaway, and like a minute later you would hear me go, "Oh my gosh, it was Elf!"
Yeah, and everyone
everyone's
already
like,
congratulated
yeah,
her.
We know, thanks.
Like, welcome to the party.
And that's because, yeah, like that.
Like that? I'm sure you were all like that. Exactly like that.
That's because, so first of all, we're in Chile, and we
That's
don't.
in South America. That's like America,
But
south.
So we're in Chile, and we use a service called Restream, so that we don't stream directly to YouTube, but theoretically, even though we only stream to YouTube, if we wanted to simultaneously stream to YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and Mixer and all these other places, we don't have the bandwidth from here to do that in high quality. So we send one stream to Restream, and then they restream it to all the other places that we don't use anyway. So there's a delay there. And there's a delay with the video equipment that we have here, and then there's a delay from Restream to YouTube, and then there's an additional delay. All of that's called latency. The result was it was about a minute between when we did something and when you all saw it. Today, I switched to low latency, and low latency drops that to about 20 seconds, which is better.
Much better.
Much better. It's closer to real time, because our stream from here to Restream is good, and from Restream to YouTube is super fast. So the next stream that we do, I will test ultra low latency. Ultra low latency should be near real time, should be a few seconds of delay.
But this is the kind of thing that you said once, and it's set for the stream. You can't change it during the stream, right?
You can't change it during the stream, that's correct.
Because that would result in really weird glitching or something.
It would just end the stream.
Oh.
Yeah. So the next stream we'll try ultra low latency, and we'll see. Rochelle says it looks like you're not even touching the paper.
Yeah, I'm barely gliding on the paper. You can't even hear the pencil on the paper. So that's another thing that a lot of you ask about is how do you make your pencils not look scratchy? How do you make the coloring look like there are no lines, even though I'm coloring in lines and not in circles? And my biggest secret is that I am barely touching the paper. Like, I'm gliding on the surface, but there's no pressure. It's much more effective to just go over and over and over, and the color will build up on its own. And it's also very soothing.
You know, for all of the smack talk that we do about YouTube and its weird glitchiness and stuff like that, it's kind of amazing that they give this to us for free-ish.
That ish.
I mean, they make their money on it somewhere, but like...
But we don't actually pay a bill to them or
for
anything.
this. Like, I know what the infrastructure to do this would cost, and it's prohibitively expensive for mortals.
That's true. That's true. It is kind of incredible for us to have this platform, and anyone can have a channel.
Yeah.
And anyone's channel can be a very successful channel.
You don't even need like special magical equipment. Like, you can do this stuff from your phone.
You really don't. There are
webcam
a lot of really nice channels that don't have fancy equipment. Like Scott Manley. Do you guys know Scott Manley?
He's cool. He's
Speaking
like a
of
rocket
Space
nerd.
Force. We should invite him to Space Force. How cool would that be?
He might be too cool for Space Force.
He might be. He's quite big. He has millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
But he's a very, very cool dude. Very smart dude. He talks about space stuff. But his channel is very simple. It's just a dude, usually in his room or a hotel room if he's traveling. And he doesn't have any fancy equipment. He doesn't have a fancy studio. He has some space, like rocket reference statues and pictures on his walls because that's his hobby, that's his passion. But that's it. It's just him in his room with a single camera and whatever he has to talk about. And we always watch his entire show all the way to the end because his content is great. So content is always more important than all the fancy gadgets.
Content is king.
Content is king. So latency thing was a success.
Yeah, this is good. So we just need to make sure that on future streams that you set them up as low latency.
Low latency. Okay. Wait, I do that part?
Yeah, when you set up the stream.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do you copy the settings from one stream to another?
No, I start a new one.
Okay.
I didn't even know there was an option for that. Oops. You'll have to show me.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to our third color, the darkest brown that you can possibly find in your collection. I'm using chalk tone. This is a skin tone color from the dark skin tone sets in the Black Widows. But anything that's a really dark sepia tone is what you're looking for.
Aren't sepia and dark like mutually exclusive?
No, sepia means brown. It's a certain shade of brown.
Oh, okay. I thought sepia was like a light brown, like specifically like the old-timey photos.
Ah, well, yes, it's the sepia tones. So you can have a photograph that's instead of being grayscale, going from black to white, the darkest color is dark brown, and then it goes to white or near white. So that whole range of brown.
You talked about this in one of your videos that I was supposed to pay attention to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I remember
Oh,
now.
it is settling in somewhere in there. Mrs. Marcellus would be proud.
Okay, so Iselina just had something happen that requires a song.
Oh?
I don't remember. Who can that be knocking at my door? Go away, don't come round here no more. I don't remember the rest of it. Who can it be now? There you go.
Oh my god, what did just happen? What brought on this?
Somebody was banging on her door. She had to leave.
Oh!
But she's back now. She's back.
Is she okay? Was it like the kidnappers?
No, she's back.
Okay.
Cats Play. Tech question for tech support. How do you stop text from turning off your video on an iPhone?
Oh, does the text turn off your video? It shouldn't.
Like...
Like,
Like, I'm wondering if she means like a text message.
oh. Interesting. I get overlays with text. I don't actually get my video stopped when I watch on my phone. We're waiting for the clarification.
Yeah, I'm just not very lively this evening. I should do some jumping jacks.
Yeah, I think it's because you already did a workout by lifting all those groceries. And I think you might be high on those shrimps.
Oh, the grocery store had big shrimp today. Fresh shrimp. We don't ever see those.
No, we haven't had shrimp in years.
Yeah.
Years. So he bought all of them. And I prepared all of them.
I didn't buy all of them.
You bought all of them.
I bought a lot of them, though.
Okay, you might have left one shrimp for some other lucky customer to come after you.
Shrimp.
One lonely shrimp with a bucket of ice.
She says, well, she's filming. If she get a message or text, my video stops filming. Put your phone in airplane mode.
Or do not disturb.
No, do not disturb won't work.
Really?
Okay, so here's the deal. If you're filming and you're filming directly to your phone and you don't need any internet connectivity for what you're doing, then put your phone in airplane mode, because Do not disturb only works if your phone is off. If the display is on, like if you're on because you're filming,
Seriously?
yeah, you'll still get pop-ups, and it's absolutely infuriating. I'll be using my phone as a teleprompter on the little mini studio that I have in my office, and like while I'm reading the text, it's like bzz, bzz. I'll set Slack into Do Not Disturb on my computer, but it's not a global setting. It's like, okay, well, it just won't bother you on your computer, but we'll still buzz your phone.
Like it defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah. So airplane mode is your friend. Otherwise, you could temporarily go into notifications in the settings and turn off notifications for the app that is most likely to bother you. So that's going to be like text messages, WhatsApp. Probably those two. Email if you have that configured.
Or if you have some kind of a messenger on your phone, like Facebook
Yeah, Facebook Messenger, calendar, anything like that. Just disable notifications, and then when you're done, turn them back on.
Yeah.
But airplane mode.
I had no idea. I always put my phone in Do Not Disturb when I also need to use either the teleprompter or the video camera. And I just put it in Do Not Disturb. And I think that it worked because no one disturbed me, but probably no one just sent me a message during that time.
If you need internet, this is a little bit fancier, but like what I would do to solve Lisa's problem is on our wireless access point, I can set up multiple wireless networks. Let's see, how would I? No, that wouldn't work either.
What wouldn't?
Yes. Okay. So tech support is thinking. If Lisa was using her phone for a teleprompter, then it might need network access because the phone is 2 meters away on the camera, and she can control it from another device. So she could have like an iPad over there and her phone here, for example. So it would need network access. So she couldn't put it in airplane mode. But what we could do is we could set up another wireless network that doesn't have internet access. And that would connect her, so she could just switch to that wireless network, be able to control the device from the other device, and then when she's done, switch back. And that would prevent anything else from happening.
Yeah.
Lori says, Lisa, so go ahead and do the pearls first with white.
Yes, I would do the pearls first with white. You don't have to. I think it's just a nicer, safer way to protect the pearls from all the spill that you might get from the coloring. But certainly if you're coloring slower than I am doing it live, and if you are closer to the paper and you're doing more detailed work around the pearls and you're confident that you can go around them without damaging them with your brown tones and your purple tones, then you can leave the white until the end. But I think it's just a nice little safety. You can also go over the pearls with a white gel pen. If you just color them in with a white gel pen, then they will be super protected because then they're like all glossy and white and pearl-like already automatically. And then you can even have the little spill with the brown tones and it won't hurt them. So it's just a little precaution that you may try it both ways. I also like seeing the white there, like it already makes the skin look a lot more satin by contrast. So, yeah.
She doesn't like purple at all.
Right? The purple is completely gone.
Yeah.
But the brown is that much livelier somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just brown, it's somehow silky. It has this satin texture to it that I really like.
Madam Lori likes the gel pen idea.
Oh, cool. Try it out. Let me know how it works. Lori, Madam Lori, the colorist formerly known as Madam Lori, have you been working on your blue paper? I can't wait to hear all about it. Tell me. What's happening with the blue paper? Tell us where's the chat? Is it there?
I have no idea.
The live chat? Oh, it's in different places
here.
for different people, right? I think for some people it's below the video, and for some people it's like across the video.
It depends. If you're on your phone, it's down below, unless you turn your phone sideways, and then it kind of scrolls up the left.
That's right.
But I don't know how you actually participate in it.
Yeah, I think your type window is like the bottom row of that.
She says, yes, I'm working on it slowly. Yeah, this reduced latency thing is cool. It feels much more interactive.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
that's true. Oh, the blue paper, you're working on it. Nice, 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 nice. I know you were doing the glass effects on it.
And it's looking great.
Wonderful. Blue paper is something I need to get my hands on at some point. Wait.
Your pencil sharpener was sitting on top of a pencil, and I was concerned it was going to fall over.
Do you want to tell them about my superpower of placing objects?
This is the freakiest thing. I don't have. Okay, I need a prop.
You need a prop.
Give me the pencil sharpener.
And do
Okay.
you want like a
No.
surface?
I'll use my phone as a surface.
Okay.
Okay. Here is a surface. Here is
like a
countertop or a table or a TV tray, any flat surface whatsoever, desk, anything like that. Here is an object.
Like a coffee cup.
A coffee cup filled with coffee, a teacup filled with tea.
Even an egg.
An egg, an iPhone, generally things that are fragile and potentially expensive. Lisa has the unconscious ability to place things. See, I can't even do it.
Exactly.
To place things
halfway.
Exactly halfway, where a millimeter more and the object would fall. She'll just walk in her room and be like, blunk, and just leave it there. Toilet paper rolls on the back of the toilet. Like anything. I know she's been there because I'll come in and stuff is defying gravity, like hovering out over empty space.
And then I walk in and I see it and I'm like, whoa, how did this happen? It doesn't look natural. I have no awareness of it happening when it's happening. I am convinced, 100% convinced that I'm placing it on the surface, like a cup full of tea. I'll just place it. And the moment that I'm placing it, I am convinced that it's placed nicely and
Yesterday
correctly.
it was an egg.
It was an egg.
I was making, what were we making, pancakes?
Pancakes.
So it was a couple days ago.
2 days ago, pancakes.
And so she got an egg out and she put it on the counter and not like put it on the counter and it rolled because it would have just kept rolling. Like it was literally like right hovering at the edge of the counter.
It has like a millimeter of space to balance itself on.
It's amazing.
All right, so we have about 15 minutes to wrap this up.
We do?
We want to do an hour stream, right?
Yeah, so that gives us 7.
So
We have about 7 minutes.
we have about 7 minutes. But I think you guys are getting the idea. Certainly, I need to keep building up these colors to be darker so that it matches her face nicely. But we have to do it systematically, very gradually. Don't rush. I know it's easy to just take a really dark brown pencils or a really dark brown pencil or a black pencil and just start with it. And a lot of the questions that I'm getting are in this area, for instance, why not just start with black? Well, the reason is, and I encourage you to experiment, try it both ways. Try it my way and try starting with the dark. And the result will be different. And you will stare at the 2 pictures and you will be asking yourself, well, why? I don't understand. Why does one look so different from the other? And that is an excellent question. Wait. What? You're killing me.
Art with baby tech.
Oh, it's Tuesday. We failed them. Okay, so we have to do another half hour of the show.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Go find some art.
I'm going to go find some art.
Oh my God, we're so bad.
Evelyn.
Okay, thank you for being on top of these
Evelyn
things.
was like, what? No art with baby tech?
Okay, so let me just do the final effect. So finally, now that I have the brown, I have my lilac, middle brown, dark brown, and now that I have the darkest brown, I can take actual black, solid black, and I'm using a Black Widow pencil called Black Widow, and I'm adding it to the darkest areas. And that's the difference that I was talking about from adding your black on the area that you've already built up versus starting with black and then moving on to the lighter tones. This way, the black is a lot richer. You have all those colors inside of it, building it up. And also you get that beautiful gradient that makes the skin look like it has a very smooth texture, like you can actually touch it and it's going to be satin-like. So I'm only going to do this in this area right here on the shoulder because we're running out of time. And this is quite a large surface area to continue coloring the whole thing. But you guys get the idea. that's the same effect as we achieved on the face. But I wouldn't stop here. Remember that in the video, I actually continued with another purple tone, and here I'm switching to Prismacolor. I actually took another purple and I added it over the black. And that achieves two things. It makes the black a little bit more muted. Yes, we build it up and now we're tearing it down again. And it's all part of the process. Bear with me. So then again, I'm smoothing it out. And now I'm actually working in little circles. Like there is a time and a place for the little circles. Now is a perfect time because now I'm just doing kind of like an airbrushing over this black with my smooth purple. This is Parma Violet from Prismacolor. I love using Prismacolors over Black Widows. It is such a cool texture effect that you're getting. And the Prismacolors, they tend to be a little bit shiny over the Black Widows. So if you're not into the shiny glossy paper effect, you can certainly clean that up later. Or with temperature, I learned, it fixes the little shine, the sheen that you get on your coloring. If you put it in a warm room, like we have a fire going right now, I can just keep this near the fireplace for a little bit, not too near, but it will take that shine away. So here I didn't add enough black, so I will come back and I will add a little bit more. So you get the idea. But if I added too much brown, if I added too much purple, then I balance it out with my brown again. So layer of lilac, middle brown, dark brown, solid black, then back to lilac, back to middle brown. And once you have all that, we go to my favorite blender pencil, which is a 20% French gray. So instead of starting with white, I am ending with this 20% French gray to act as a blender for my nice gradient. It completely takes away the purple. Now it's just this shiny, shimmery lilac undertone. And it also allows me to add little highlights. So if I want a little bit of a glare on the skin, then this is the way to do it. And of course, this back and shoulder need a little bit more work, probably another 30-ish minutes of work, but you guys get the idea. While I have this 20% French gray in my hand, let's do some work on the pearls. So for the pearls, I've already colored them all in white. So I will add just a little bit of this 20% French gray or any other really, really light gray or a light beige color, or even lilac, because we're working with lilacs here would work also. And I'm adding just a little bit of it just so that the white isn't so pure white. You can go all the way around. You can add it just on one side over here like that. And because this is a very high contrast drawing, I don't want to do individual work on every single pearl, but I do want some three-dimensional feel to the pearls. So for the final touch on the pearls, I will take my gel pen and I will just put a single white spot in the middle, which may or may not come out on the video. It's a very, very small touch, very soft touch, but color in your pearl with a white or a beige, and then give it a little bit of a darker side or even all the way around, and then a single drop of your white gel pen in the center, and it will have this nice little pearl effect. So I will add these all over, and if I feel like I need more lilac in there, I can also come back with that and do the little lilac shadows on the pearls, depending on how much definition you want there. I tend to do very, very little definition on the pearls because the way that they come across as pearls is you really just want solid white spheres with a little bit of a sheen to them, not ever a sparkle because they're not gems, they're pearls. So the simpler you keep them, the better. If you overwork the pearls, they will come across as beads and you don't want them. You want them to be pearls. So there you go. I'm going to stop it here. And of course, I'll finish it. Let me know if you want me to finish it by myself Or if you want to keep working on this together, we can do more work on the fur.
Oh, that sounds like a pole.
Yeah, if we work on it together, we'll continue with the fur. I think we should do a silver fox and the peacock feather. So finish it alone and show you the video, or finish it together in another live stream. Please vote.
Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna try this Nightbot pole thing.
Okay, this is exciting. I wanted to see a pole in action.
It might fail. Pole.
Pole. Did you select art?
New. So what's the question? How do we finish this together? Or?
I finish it, or we finish it together.
Lisa finishes it, or we finish it together. Would be like on another live stream.
Another live stream, correct.
Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, straw polls API returned an error. Please try again later.
Oh.
Okay, well, never mind.
We'll never know.
Nightbot says we cannot have a poll.
Well, let us know in the comments, please. Nightbot says no.
Okay, we are running out of art from Baby Tech.
We are?
Yeah, there's a lot of school stuff, like, you know, word puzzles and things like that. There's some art in some journals, so I'm whittling it down to one piece of art, but the end is, I can see the end.
The end is near.
The end is near. Although, you know, I could also just draw stuff now and it will be of the same quality.
All right, would you like to take my place?
Sure.
All right, bye.
Wait, hang on, I want to look up something really quick because there's a reference.
On let's sneeze.
Are you? Mute your thing. Mute your.
I'm okay. Oh, just hold me. Mute your thing, don't sneeze, don't sneeze. What are you looking at?
Cap O rushes.
What?
Cap O rushes.
What's that?
Disguising herself in a hooded cloak of rushes, she takes work as a kitchen maid and hides her own fine clothes. Apparently there was a English fairy tale called Cap O Rushes, and okay, so there's an English fairy tale, and it's too long for me to read, but apparently I read it when I was a child, and so
Okay.
So I drew a picture. Yar, yar, yar. Oh. Oh wait, I gotta sing the song. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It's time for art with Baby Tech. Yay!
Wait, where do I sit so that I fit on the camera?
You're good.
I'm good?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, I'm John.
You.
Hi, I'm Kappa Rushes. I'm on John. Activity from By the Chimney Niche?
Oh, that's
Niche?
a good one.
I'm
I
not
like
really
his
sure.
boots.
Yes, so this fine gentleman, what do you think? Think I'm gonna get it right? Zoom this way. Ah, I went the opposite of the way. No, I went the opposite of the way that I thought I would. I was
You
trying to trick
always
myself
do.
and I still got it wrong. Okay, so there you go. This is John. John has a face with a speech bubble. It's very important that the speech bubble comes directly out of his mouth so that you know that there's speeching happen.
No,
are you
don't.
being me?
Yes, I am.
You can switch to Chrome and you're you.
No,
Okay.
I want to be you.
Okay.
I'm taking.
Okay, so here's John. John is wearing an outfit made from...
Oh my God, his bubble is coming right out of his mouth.
right out of his mouth. Yeah, it's like
smoke.
cigarette smoke. That's right.
Okay, what is he wearing?
He's wearing what I believe to be a piece of clothing made from reeds, rushes, marsh grass, something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's part of the fairy tale.
Well, it is. It is. There's something about the girl, like some rich girl hid her fine clothing and she made herself a gown out of like rushes.
Right,
Rushes are
like a swamp plant.
like a
right?
swamp plant. Yeah, they're like a grass on the riverbank. Yeah. So anyway, homie is apparently wearing an entire outfit made from river grass. And while he can't afford clothes, he can afford some really nice boots that apparently have laces in multiple places and buckles in multiple places.
I love his boots.
And
the
they
boots
might even be
are
steel-toed
incredible.
or
That
rock-toed.
That would be very much like you.
Because they probably didn't have steel back when I was in 4th grade. Anyway, this is John, and this is John's cap o' rushes.
Wow, it's incredible.
We could probably look up by the chimney niche and figure out what this reference is from.
I love him.
You love John?
I love John.
I'm so jealous. Are you going to leave me for John? And his outfit of swamp grass?
You have a chance if you make yourself an outfit like that.
You want me to go make myself a swamp grass outfit?
Yes, I would like to see
I think it's
you
called a ghillie suit.
Okay, who wants to see tech support in a ghillie suit?
Outside of their house. Nobody. Okay, I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Trade back.
Let's trade back, yes. Because you know how to do all this. Oh my god, that's so freaky. When we switch places, we're like disappearing in the middle. Oh wow, John looks a little bit stoned.
Well, he's wearing swamp grass. So, you know.
Oh, his laces are so detailed. They have like lacing and their bootstraps. Very detailed. I love it.
Thanks. I'm reading back in the chat. How about art from adult tech?
Yes. It will happen. Well,
and everybody says together.
Together. Together?
Finish.
Finish together. Okay, then I will
Get John
not.
out of your way so you're not distracted.
John is very distracting.
He's
I
so
cannot.
handsome.
Cannot control myself.
Swamp grass just drives a girl crazy.
Swamp grass. Who can resist the swamp grass? All right, so I will stop working on this so we can just continue together. We'll do the fur and the peacock feather next time and some more work on the pearls. So there you go. Dark skin tones. Please do watch the tutorial. The link to that is in the video description. It has all the theories step by step and reference photos and of course the colors that you can look back and match. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks for another live stream.
Dos semanas.
For another same kind of live stream Tuesday evening. And don't lick swamp grass.
Don't lick swamp grass.
Don't lick swamp grass. Good night, everyone.